between the foreign minister with his counterpart from Namibia yesterday. They discussed some awkward recalls of President of France, of Emmanuel Macron, saying that he wanted to make contacts with Moscow, although he scrutinized Moscow previously, but in December he said that he was willing to establish new contacts or to resume contacts, but it all ended up to some assertive rhetoric and so on and so forth. The European Union has already forgotten the European diplomacy. They do not want to discuss the settlement of the Ukrainian crisis, but they are committed to torpedo any Russia and American initiatives in search for peaceful solutions. They are wiping up Russophobia and anti-Russia narrative. And it is proved by the digits and by the figures themselves, and I'm referring to their aid, to the funds sent to Kyiv. This is a kind of not even a military aid, but a financial aid and terrorist aid. The European Commission reported that it supported Ukraine since the start of the special military operation, and by beginning of January 2026 reached 193.3 billion euros, so over 193 billions of euros. Unspeakable numbers. And 69.3 billion euros were allocated for the Ukrainian army. And as for the rest money, we've got to know from recent documents showing complete corrupt nature of the Kyiv regime. Today, I've already mentioned that for this money, using this money as well, they sent children to Turkey, as they call it, rehabilitation, and children there in Turkey come back being pregnant.
Within this mission, more than 85,000 Ukrainian fighters were trained on the territory of the member states of the association. They are making cannon fodder out of them, and the British and the French continue to lobby the aggressive plans for the security guarantees. They should understand that this idea is unacceptable for Russia, but they stubbornly do that in attempt to attempt any constructive, peaceful settlement. Is this an effort to done to ignore that? I answered this question already. Is Xinhua with us? Good afternoon, Madam Zakharova. Xinhua is here. With the introduction of visa-free regime, the tourist flow between Russia and China is growing, but some Chinese tourists care about the mobile service, accessibility of payment, and the registration during their trips to Russia. What measures does Russia make to make the presence of the foreign tourists more comfortable? And what tracks does Russia and China can strengthen cooperation? As you noted, the tourist flow between Russia and China is gradually growing. With the introduction of a visa-free regime, the number of mutual trips has significantly increased, and in 2025 exceeded 2.4 million. We are happy to receive guests from China and other countries in the world. We create all the necessary conditions for their comfortable presence. We are developing new tourist routes we create a modern infrastructure. There are no reasons to be concerned about the things that you mentioned. On the websites of our foreign missions in China, one can find all the necessary information to be prepared for the trip. In any case, for those who come to another country, there are things